Welcome to the weekly Roundup Division 3 time.
G'day, Tom.
G'day, Wayne. How are you?
Good work.
I'm looking in the wrong direction because we had a man at a Div 3 game whose name is Darcy
At Flinders Park, took on Westminster. So I was there watching this game. So it was 30-point winners to Flinders Park at the end, but don't take nothing away from Westminster. They're only a goal down at three-quarter time. So Flinders Park ran away in the last quarter. Angel kicked 5. Now that was in the first half. He didn't score after half time, so he's held very well in the last half, but still led the Flinders Park way in that first half. Coe and Swartz, obviously some other. Blythe again played very well. He's cut the man bun off, so he's no longer
good
like that. So he's running faster now. So the lad. So and best players was Webber for Flinders Park, and then Westminster goal scorers was Blessing with 3, and best player was Lena, I think it is. But Shane Burst. Now I watched him and
he did win an award.
Gobsmacked, won an award. I'm just a bit why he wasn't chosen as one, at least in their best players, but. For a guy that gave everything all day, he won the hardest tackler I've seen. So
Ducks and Drakes, mate.
XAFL player, probably doesn't need the recognition.
Seriously, he took. If it wasn't for him, I think Westminster would have been way behind because he led all day and made some of his tackling was hitting pretty hard during the game. But 34-year-old, still playing amateur league footy, good on him, and he looked the goods for Westminster. Don't take anything away from they were very good Westminster still on the day.
What I like about it is at the start of the year we've come out and we've said before any games were played, Flinders Park, Brighton, teams to beat, both sitting 3-0.
Yeah.
Beautifully.
We're on the money.
Lovely segue to our next one, Mr. Knowles,
which is
it was at Pedlar Reserve.
At Pedlar Reserve, which is a tough place to play footy. And the final score was Brighton 14 goals 17 101, defeating Seaton 10 goals 13 73.
Yeah, so Brighton for me they seem to just do enough. I think they've kicked 14 19, 14 17. They're around this sort of margin each week, and they're around this sort of scoring shots. They're really good spread. When the game's up on the line, they step up, as you saw at three-quarter time, and in the first quarter with a 4 goal 7 at quarter time for 2 points.
Goal kickers for Brighton were Hunt and Sumner with 3 each, and Tate with 2, McPherson with 2. McRae, Johnson and Nerlich in the best for Brighton, and for Seaton, Das?
Yeah, we've got Hartland with 3 and Harris with 2, and best players was Furness, Harris, Walsh, Miller and Tonkin.
Ferns,
obviously the brother of Ferns that plays at Eagles, so well done. He's doing the odd round. I'm sure he got that one right because his brother plays at Eagles.
Sean Glacken and Smosh West Lakes are not having a good time of it. They would have been hoping to notch their first victory in quite some time, and we're talking quite some time, but they didn't. They were no match for Portland, 12-15, 87. Portland kicked, Smosh kicked 8-5-53, didn't bother with any best players or goal kickers.
Nothing in there, no.
Did Stew?
O'Toole kicked 4, Bradley 2, Moody 2. Evans and O'Toole and Friend were in the best for Portland, and like we said, Smosh didn't even put anything in.
Yeah, good win. Portland not only takes them out of the relegation zone, pushes them up to 6 within striking distance.
Yeah.
Could get their season off to a flyer nice and quickly.
Smosh going to have a long year, unfortunately, so a loss there. But
yep. Now I copped a bit of grief last week from the Plimpton boys for calling Daniel Herbert Herbzilla. Apparently it's Herbzilla the Lady Thriller. So I've got to get that right. But Plimpton were far too good for Mitcham. 10-15, 135. Mitcham 7-7-49. An 86-point win for Plimpton. I've got mail on this one, boys.
You have mail?
Give us the Mitcham ones, please, mate.
Mason and Aiken both kicking 2. And best players were Tucker, McAvoy and Mason.
Yep. So Tucker, he was on ball, worked hard all day. He was tireless, and he won the Anzac Day medal for Mitcham. That was presented by the Mitcham RSL. So on a crappy day for Mitcham, that's something that Simon Tucker will take home for the rest of his life. He'll be very proud of.
Absolutely.
Only a minuscule comparison to the sacrifices made. We haven't talked much about Anzac Day because it didn't fall on Anzac Day this year, but great effort there. For Plimpton, Ferraro on the ball. Did we end up giving him an award?
We did, Jake. Yes, he got the Crazy Horse player of the round.
The young fella on baller, quick, aggressive, really good user of the ball. And Mark Schutz down back was a strong mark who provided plenty of rebound. He was fantastic. So just starting to come together nicely, the doggies of the red variety.
Just the one stumbled thus far, but
against Seaton, who were going to trouble everyone.
Everyone's, there has been a little bit of talk around that Plimpton, they're doing good things there at the moment. And the new flash scoreboard that's been put up. Nice electronic one there that when I was walking the dog around the other day, I noticed. So
just doing the scoreboard or the whole oval?
No, the whole oval, mate. take on Ralph down there, mate, and throw the ball for him. Yeah,
Ralphie boy.
Yep.
You take the dog down to the Bulldogs.
I do.
It's a great club.
Yep.
Next one, mate. I've got plenty of mail on this one too. Golden Grove 19-24, 138. Walkerville 9-8, The mail I'm going to give you now is huge. Walkerville, for the first time, and I could be wrong, I believe the first time in their history, forfeited their C grade on the weekend. I can't believe I've never Walkerville beat.
Massive issue. It's a massive issue.
It's round 4, and a club like Walkerville, who've got access to your Aquinas College and those schools around there, and maybe all of those guys go to Old Iggy's now or wherever, but the Walkerville Footy Club with all those juniors, and they've forfeited their C grade. And apparently that allowed the Golden Grove C grade to sit behind the goals and make fools of themselves at times.
Fools.
And they had a few. Oh, look, good luck to them. They had some fun apparently, and their A grade were winning, which makes it a lot of fun. But they certainly drove the fullback of Walkerville. I believe his name is Dave Stobie. They drove him mental.
Yep.
And David Stobie. So on the Golden Grove side, mate, what do we got?
Gunning kick 7, Blair 4, Horskins 3. Pittman, Morris, and Gunning were in the best for Golden Grove, mate.
And only one more goal kicker for Walkerville Darcy.
Yeah, it was more, but they had actually in a losing side. They had quite a few other goal scorers, probably 8 other goal scorers there actually. So they did shed around in the losing side, which is probably not a bad job to see. And then best players is Moore, Daly, Blewett, Westbury, and Krishna.
Yeah, Kirshner, who I'm going to talk about in just a sec, but I guess a real worry, 43 scoring shots to 17, that's 26. It could have been a decimation.
Could have been
it was
massive.
Still very, very bad to lose by 76 points. All that was at Harpersfield. So, look, 4 walkies. Kane Moore played on a wing, deserves a mention. Kick 2 was named their best as well. A top effort. And young
Kirshner?
Shawnee Kirshner, great work rate, good usage. And certainly deserved a mention. And he won one of our mouthguards this week, Shawnee Kirshner. Yeah. Deserves it. He's not going to make $1 million from a modelling career, so mouthguard won't go astray. For Golden Grove, Sam Gunning was the dominant forward, unstoppable. And Jake Pittman, inside mid, aggressive, ex-Nord League footballer. So Nord League football playing in Div 3 is always going to be handy.
Yep.
Actually, an under-18 state rep who wasn't drafted last year, despite making, I think I made the All-Australian team. So he is a young gun. You'll expect to see his name regularly in the best players. Remember where you heard it first on the weekly roundup for SA Footballer TV.
Us three.
Yeah, we said it. Yep. So there you go. And thanks to my people at Walkerville for filling me in on that game. Very good stuff. The ladder, Das, we've already mentioned it. 2 teams stand out like a turd in a punch bowl.
Yes,
3-0.
Yes, seen that one.
And 2. What's that from? Where did I get that from? That's it's from an army movie. Anyway.
Who knows with you, mate? Stripes?
Mitcham, no, it's not Stripes. Mitcham and Smosh West Lakes 0-3. I reckon that's set. The bookends are set, and we jockey for position from 3 through to 8.
No, I agree, because that's Westminster. They're only just behind it from this
Westminster will come in. Yep.
Exactly, totally agree
3,
with that.
4, 5.
Exactly.
All look dangerous. 7.
Yep.
Walkies maybe.
Yep.
Not so much.
Yeah, Mitcham and, as you said, Smosh West Lakes without a win yet, so they're the only 2, but gee, from Walkerville upwards.
Yeah, I guess this week will tell a lot, Darcy. The first game isn't one of those games.
We've had a few top versus bottom at the moment for this week.
Got to get untidy this
Bombers
one.
versus Smosh West Lakes, so Brighton Bombers by plenty.
I'm not going to list off all their good players. I'm just going to say they're going to win and win well.
Massive win for Brighton for me.
Flinders Park and Plimpton at Plimpton, so this is probably the match of the round.
It is the match of the round. It's second versus third. This is going to be huge. Both teams are up for this one. 2 very best buddies on opposing teams in Yannizel, Herbzilla, Herbert, and Grave Danger, Andrew Ainger. They're really good mates, and they'll line up against each other. They're calling it the Herbert Ainger Derby. I'm tipping an upset, and I'm taking the Bulldogs in this one.
I was going to say I'm going for Plimpton myself.
They've got a good midfield. Their recruits have been good. Their Macclesfield recruits.
An awesome game.
Pegararo's still probably, if he reaches top form and lights up this week, they've got the guns to win.
I'm just going to Flinders Park, but I think it's going to be an awesome game.
Of course.
It'll be an awesome game of footy.
Yep.
Portland, sitting 6th. A win could see them in the 5, and they're playing Mitcham, so I'd expect them to have a win.
Just down the road here, Portland for me.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, from where we are currently. Yeah.
Just to our right.
Westminster and Golden Grove. Interesting one. Golden Grove 5th, Westminster 7th. I think they'll swap around this round and Westminster will get a win.
Yep, agree.
It's at Tilbrook Rashid Oval.
I'm going to go out on a limb and take the Kookaburras.
Well, no, I think Westminster. I think with the Burst and they've got another player from Westies as well. So there was Burst from Westies, another player as well. So a few league players back in. So I know I just had it on top of my tongue.
There's two of them. Yeah, anyway.
There is two of them, but they both of them did very well on the weekend, and I think Westminster made
Fisher. Fisher.
no idea.
No, it's not Fisher. Or as you'd say, Fisher.
I didn't say anything.
Fitcher or something Darcy would say, but anyway.
Walkerville and the Ramalanga Ding Dongs of Seaton at Walkerville Recreation Ground. Walkies need to win. They need to get their season back on track. They need their C grade to play this week. The Weed needs to make something magical happen here.
Won't happen.
No, not this week.
Satan for me.
We all agree on that one. Thanks for watching Div 3. We're back next week.
See you later.